Shit.
What?
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched a Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay. Another Patreon review, and you guys are gonna fucking love this one.
I loved it a lot. Thank you for requesting it.
We've been wanting to do this one for a while, so it's a perfect fucking request. Zar Oelke. God, dude, I hope I'm saying your name right.
Zar Oelke. That sounds okay.
You're a bad fucking dude, and you picked a great fucking movie, and I just want to
calm down. Relax your tits, crack.
Okay.
But I love the fact that you ruled Russia.
Badass name, dude.
Tsar. Like the Tsar?
Zold.
Zold? You should say to a girl, like, my name was Tsar?
Kneel before Tsar. That's what you said. That's what you should do. You should do
there you
that.
Go. Be careful.
You should do that.
Be careful with it.
The Descent. It's directed by Neil Marshall, and if you look at Neil Marshall's IMDb, you're like, what happened? this is so great. It's
Magneto's like, what did you do, child?
But no, it's not bad. He did Doomsday and some other films, but like if you watch The Descent, you gotta be thinking, fuck, this dude is. I've arrived.
Yeah, dude, Neil Marshall with this movie, holy fuck.
Lady Power, by the way.
It wasn't played up to make it like ram down your fucking face with anal beads.
It was genuine.
It was genuine. Yeah, it's just like strong, tough chicks like surviving. But you know, watching it, I wasn't even like worried. I mean, they were cute, but I wasn't thinking about like, oh, they're girls. Yeah. You know, oh my God, they're girls. I can't. Girls can vote.
Star Wars sucks now.
I can't believe that girls.
The bears can spell the menstruation.
Let me. Girls can buy equipment and go to the caves without a man. It's like I wasn't thinking that. Like I mean, because it was presented so well.
Yeah.
You know,
if this movie came out today, it'd be like
that'd be what it is.
This is some bullshit, fucking girl power shit. But no, it came out then, so fuck. It's just genuine, and we can just accept it for what it is.
It was fun. It was 06, the good old days. So it's still it feels so new to me. 06, it's still not long ago.
Before the fire.
Before I had a dream.
They'll expect both of us in the wreckage, brother. So there's a group of ladies and they're whitewater rafting. There's a bunch of adventure chicks. They like to do cool, rad shit together. Paul goes out and he's greeting them at the end of their whitewater rafting journey. But instead of going to his wife, when she gets out of the water, he goes up to this other chick and he helps her out. And there's this weird moment where he takes off her helmet. I mean, he might as well have just fucking diddled her in the butt right there.
Damn, he probably did.
It was seething with obviousness.
They had the whitewater rafting.
And then, like, there's something weird going on there. So, but his wife's like the nice chick, like she's unsuspecting. She's like, come on, let's go.
Did you just see your husband take the fucking helmet off? What the fuck are you talking about?
Something's wrong, Charles.
We're going to KFC and have a big long discussion after this.
But they get in the car and they're driving and she's like, you seem distant, what's wrong? And he's like, I'm wearing a fucking turtleneck. Nothing, Barbara. And then when he looks over to say nothing.
Dude, that scared me. That part, when I first saw that movie, holy. Because it comes out of nowhere with this fucking car like head-ons them, and then the poles come out Final Destination style and fucking jackknifes their shit up.
So she loses her husband and her daughter in this wreck, and she's all fucked up from it. So the friend who substantially was probably having butt sex with her husband at the time,
Juno. What about vagina?
She can't even face her. Like she runs away. Like, you know something's wrong. But so a far time later, they meet back up, and
I think it's a year.
Yeah. They go on this expedition, and Juno's leading the charge. She's like, I just want us to be friends again. I want to say I'm sorry. I want everything to be okay. And Sarah's clearly still been fucked up from this. Like, she's still messed up. She's taken pills. She just seems off a little bit. Everybody's kind of like walking on eggshells around her. And what Juno wants to do is she wants all of her friends to go on their annual trip again, just like they did when all this shit happened. And she's taking them spelunking, Batman Begins style. She's taking them into a cave.
The Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina, motherfuckers. Home of the Space Jam Michael Jordan.
She takes them into a cave, and they all think it's like this safe, like on the track kind of thing. And then once they get down there, eventually you find out that she was totally full of shit.
Dumbass.
Yeah, she's this fucking hardcore, like, try hard, and she wants to. She's like, I thought we'd come down here and we'd scope it out together. And this is once they're in the shit, by the way.
Yeah.
She's like, we'd name it ourselves and we'd all be best friends again. And everybody's like, fuck you, you're gonna get us fucking killed.
Well, they're all adrenaline junkies. Like, that's what they like to do. Like, you know, adrenaline junkies, if you hang out with them, that's what they, you know, motherfucker, I'm gonna jump off this goddamn building. Woo, with no goddamn rope. Woo. Yeah, they'll do the Ric Flair. The cabin they stay at, really, I don't know what they were going for, like, but it felt like it, man. Like, it felt Evil Dead as shit. That cabin, no, I mean, it was
a cabin.
Yeah, but there was nobody else around, and that motherfucker looked like it would have the Necronomicon in that horror.
Husband's bulge.
Or at least Jason come out and be like, what are y'all doing? You know, it's got Uno going. No, it just, it really felt like God, dude. I mean, I'm not. I'm just like I was really putting myself in Sarah's position because I'm like, hey, damn, I just lost my kid and my husband or whatever. Why the fuck would I be in North Carolina in the Appalachians in this broke ass fucking cabin with no heat and probably like shitty toilet? It sets up their friendship really well.
Yeah, it does.
And in that, you know, they take selfies together, they're talking, they're laughing, they're having a good time. And then moving on from there, like after things go downhill and to Shitterville, then it's like that always was in the back of my mind. It's like, you guys are fucking supposed to be friends, you sons of bitch.
I got something that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to save it for later.
Okay.
I'm going to save it.
Okay, so we get into the cave. We're going to get into the good shit.
Yeah, I think that was all the things that you just said, I think was there for a reason.
Foreshadowing.
And I thought of
Foreshadowing.
I thought of this in my head. I thought Jay's going to poo-poo this idea that I have, but
what?
We'll talk about it later. I think you just seconded it, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But when the shit gets going and the shit get real and you get out of the kitchen or you fuck a toe.
Eat a toad.
I thought that would go somewhere better. Anyways, so when you get into the shit, when you get into the real shit,
Vietnam.
there's one scene where it fucking now we have fucking started. Like they're climbing through a tiny little hole, and like the last girl, of course it's Sarah. Yeah, right.
I want to.
The last girl, Sarah's the last one to go through the hole, and she's climbing through it, and she gets.
Don't say hole anymore. Say something else. Say opening.
She gets stuck and she's in this tiny little thing and you feel clustered. Like watching the movie, by myself watching it, even though I've seen it before, I was like, oh, just get out. Just get out.
It was intense as fuck.
I was like, oh.
Because when the girl's like, when she's like, Sarah's stuck, I'm gonna go back. It's like, don't go back. Just fucking call somebody. Because imagine
you just feel it.
Oh my god, imagine it, man. You were stuck.
It's like Marky Mark was sitting there going, feel it, feel it. And I'm like, okay, I do, Marky Mark.
No more good vibrations. I'm not feeling the good vibrations. But yeah, imagine that in a cave. You're caving and you're stuck in the tiniest, most fucking stupid. I would be pissed off at everybody around me because I'd be like, you dumb motherfuckers thought you were all so skinny. All of you thought you were so fucking skinny that I could fit through this tiny ass fucking shaft hole. God didn't make this motherfucker for you to go through it like a fucking worm. We have bones and shit, bitch. You can't bend yourself that way. And they're like, oh no, just do it, because I'm flexible. Shouldn't you be flexible? No, bitch, because I didn't suck as much dick as you. And then she like withers her way up through the hole, and then you get stuck because maybe you had, maybe you're human and you stopped at Taco Bell and had like a nacho supreme before you went caving, what you shouldn't do. But if you do, and then you're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak out when you're stuck. And she's like, don't freak out. I'm like, do you have something to take my mind off? Do you have the Game Boy Advance?
It's like Major Pain came down. It's like, I got something. You want me to take your mind off that pain?
Because what's getting on my no, I don't. But I mean, at the same time, I know why they're doing it because if you freak out, and I've read and I've seen the videos on YouTube with actual cave divers that if you freak out, your muscles expand because you get anxious and stuff, and it's harder for you to squeeze out of certain areas. Much like your date life. This is my date life anyway. It's hard to get out of it. But
real talk. But when they do pull her out, the cave clinches. It's
dude, that was the cave was gonna fart.
It was John Belushi in the principal. It's like when he goes like, no more.
The cave was.
You're not going back.
The cave was getting ready to squirt one.
This is a whole. You can't fit in that hole. You can't go back. Now the fucking movie, the horror has begun. They're stuck in this cave. There's a few really tense cliffhanger type scenes where they have to climb across certain shit and they have to do all sorts of stuff, and it's even more just like you're like, I can't fucking.
Yeah,
stop. And
Finland.
We haven't even got to the goddamn monsters yet.
So, I want to tell you something else. The girl that breaks her leg, I liked her. She's all cool, whatever.
She was Deb from Empire Records.
Yeah, but at the same time, you dumb bitches running, like you're supposed to be skilled, and you run headlong into a fucking cave, in a cave hole after it's already been revealed to you that we don't know where the fuck we are. This has not been mapped out. I have no idea what's around the corner. You run headlong because you think you're badass and you know things. Like you got that fucking Wolverine sixth sense.
Tomb Raider.
And then you run you ran right off into a fucking edge. God damn, that leg break was fucking atrocious.
It was some sick shit. There's the bone sticking out.
I had to mute that part. I couldn't.
All I kept thinking was infection too, because she's in dirty fucking piss water, and them bats have been shitting in that water. Guano.
Why does that sound so familiar?
But yeah,
bat droppings.
So you got a whole middle part here of just intense like adventure shit, right? And then
survival.
We stumble into the fucking. They found James Franco's bones. Then we stumble into the fucking.
He was there. The 27th hour didn't come.
Then we stumble. Then we get to the vampires, and these are some Nosferatu.
Do you call them vampires?
Yeah, dude, they're totally vampires.
No, they're not.
Yeah, well, you saw the bats. She got scared by the bats, and then the way that they fucking and she even mentioned she was like they're acting like bats. I don't remember what it was. They were nocturnal.
Well, I think that they were a misunderstood, uncontacted tribe.
No, dude, they were fucking
No, I know what they were.
They were vampires.
They look like Gollum.
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. They were vampires.
Actually, all of them look like people that I work with on third shift. After third shift, you all look like that.
That's that Taco Bell 2 in the morning.
That's like everybody looks like that. But yeah, they did. They were. I mean, I guess if you're gonna call them vampires,
I think
they didn't suck the blood. They actually ate meat. So they love that meat. But they were cannibal. But what you find out about these creatures is that they are blind. They look like goblins, but they're blind.
Blind as bats.
And blind as a bat. I see without seeing. But yeah, so, but what they speculate on is that they're like cavemen that never developed outside of the caves, and they've adapted perfectly to live in the cave. So therefore, they can climb up the walls and they react to sound rather than anything else. But they also, I read this. I don't know if it was an explanation on what they actually were, because I mean they only give you partial details of them, but they said they had some kind of society because there was a place they shit, there was a place they ate, and there was a place that they fucked. I guess.
There's also markings on the walls too.
Yeah, and there was markings. So, and they had been contacted before, I guess, because when these girls are trying to survive after they haven't seen them yet, but they do see this old mining equipment or this old caving equipment that they like. Well, nobody's used this for like years.
Well, not just that,
years.
but dude, at one point she goes to escape, and there's literally fucking thousands of human bones. Now that part's kind of stupid because it's like, okay, if that many fucking people died in this cave to create literally a fucking slip and slide of goddamn skeletons, like eventually someone would have found this gigantic, easy to find hole.
We don't know because it could have been animal bones mixed in.
Right, but I mean, these things had a fucking it must be a lot of animal bones, but they had a fucking Jeepers Creepers, like the Creeper's house, like laid out down there. But yeah, dude, the scenes that follow, like it's all really one big hodgepodge of just really scary shit. The way that these things fucking moved is really scary because it does that weird thing where the we'll just call them the monsters move faster than the camera, and they've got like that frames per second where they're like,
I hate that.
And I was
I fucking hate it.
God damn it! I don't like it.
It's like a fucking fly.
And then they also have they do this cool thing where the cameras can see at night because the bats are nocturnal. The monster things are nocturnal. They can't see; they can only hear. Even though you get a really close up look on their eyes, and they're like,
that's the way that anybody looks that's had their 7th beer. Yeah. They're like, I can't see anything anymore.
But they do these really cool things. It was one of the first ones to do it with the night shot of the camera.
Yeah.
These girls are laying there, and at one point you get a really, and it's one of the few movies that you
didn't they do that in quarantine?
Yeah, but I think that came after this. I'm pretty sure it did at least. But they get this really fucking. It's one of the few movies where you get a really good look at the monsters. You get to see them full on because the thing gets in its face and it's like really close to the camera. It's this really intense scene. But it's one of the few movies where seeing the monsters fully doesn't take away from it. It just makes it fucking worse.
Yeah, because I guess that the reason why that works so well is again because of the shot through the camera lens. Because even when you're shooting it through the camera lens and it's real quiet and that's your only viewpoint, and you're seeing these things eat one of their friends. Like that's a fucked up scene. Again, the camera work on this fucking thing was amazing. And not only was the camera work good, the way that he sets up and executes atmosphere and the way that he is going about showcasing true horror as far as being a chase down scene. It's done fucking phenomenal, man, because everybody can run through like the streets or a house or something. You're in a cave that you've never been. There's no help coming. Like you are fucked in every sense of the word. They've got 3 dildos coming out your butt, and you're like, woo, like your shit's tightening up, and there's nothing you can do. And they're running through these tunnels trying to look for a way out. And some of them are inexperienced, and some of them aren't. Some of them like green eggs and ham, and some of them don't. I mean, there's a lot of things happening, and man, this guy, I cannot believe that this guy didn't do more of this intense kind of thriller, because that's what I mean, it's a horror movie, yes, but it's more, I think, the truest form of thriller that I've ever seen.
Thriller that delves headfirst into horror like a motherfucker. It busts out like the Kool-Aid Man. But yeah, long story short, like it's really just a continuation of the stuff we've been talking about. You get long, like you've been waiting for so long for it, like get to the horror, and then they get to it, and you're like, I'm done. Go away. Go away, Steve. I need a break. But as soon as Juno was like, I fucked us all over, this wasn't actually on the map, what I was thinking was, the first thing I would say to her was like, bitch, you getting eaten first. We're fucking eating you before we eat anybody.
I think that you'd be Juno, asshole, because you'd be like the one that'd be like, hey, dude, I just thought it'd be fun. It's not motherfucking fun. It's not fucking fun. I would be the one. You'd be like, dude, calm down.
I would be,
calm down. It's just a cave.
I would wake up hungover and go on like a morning hike, and I would come in your room and I'm like, Jay, wake up!
No, I swear to God, dude. You'd be
like stretching my legs, like I'm good to go.
Yeah, you'd be like, it's just a fucking cave, and then I'll wait till you fall asleep, and I will teabag your dick. Wait, I meant the other way. I meant the other way.
Teabag my dick.
That's gonna be edited out. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that way. Oh God, it's nasty. Anyway, but that I could just, because there's no way that I would forgive anybody for what that bitch did. She fucked them over in so many different ways, and that's the truest form to me, because she's already betrayed Sarah. Like, Sarah is one of her best friends, and she fucked her husband and kept that from her for a year. And that's bad enough, but then you lead her into a cave that you've not explored, you sons of a bitch, and think it's going to help somehow bring her to the light. But now, not only is that going on, that's just between Sarah and Juno. Yeah, well, she does. She murders Beth. Oh, dear Beth. But she murders Beth on accident, okay? They try to make it a big deal in the movie. Actually, it was accidental.
But it was accidental, but she could have saved her. And she was
couldn't have.
Yeah, dude, she could have. She was
a hole was in her fucking neck.
She literally survived it. She survived it.
What'd she do? She laid on the ground.
No, remember she goes up to her later and the girl's still laying there, and she's like she fucking left.
She's blurting blood out. What are you gonna do? I can't give her a transfusion.
She could have tried, and then she was just like, oh shit, that'd be you, motherfucker.
I would.
That won't be me. I'd be laying there bleeding. You'd be like, I don't like blood, Mike. I'm sorry. I'd be like, you'd be gone.
No, I'd be like, is that a hole in your fucking throat? And you'd be like,
I'd be like, I'd have to watch you go.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna go get help.
Like, throw me a towel, dude.
I'm gonna go get help.
No, you go get help, and they'll be like, "Where's Mike?" You'll be like, "He's dead."
Dude, you don't even think about it. He's in a cave. I said, I'm gonna go get help.
See, I fucking told you.
No, I would. I'd do something. I don't know. Maybe. I'll plug it with my dick.
So, I gotta watch out my own back over here.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, so the fact is, she does murder, but it's still accidental. I mean,
it's accidental. But she could have saved her.
Whatever.
But no, so here's what happens. Eventually, we go through the ends of it. Everyone's fucking getting eaten and dying and shit, just like as you expect. And the main girl...
Who gets the worst, though? I can tell you who I think gets the worst.
I think the girl who got fucking ripped apart...
No, because you haven't seen The Descent 2, so I'm not going to tell you, but...
I've not, and I don't want to. That's bullshit. And I think The Descent 2... That goes into my theory, though. I think The Descent 2 is total shit.
But it's unnecessary for sure.
Anyways, Sarah, you think escapes, right? She fucking crawls out over the fucking 1,000 skeletons. She sees an opening, and she gets away, and she gets in her car, and you think, okay, this is the end of the movie. It's not like one of those things that's gonna Michael Myers out of her back seat and fucking kill her. But she pulls over, and she's crying, and then a car starts to come, and she has that flashback to the birthday cake again, and then she wakes up, and she's in the fucking cave still. Like, she never...
That's fucked up.
Dude, it's fucked up. And they go out, like the worm, like they fucking go out, and you see, like, there's nowhere for her to go, and all these things are up here. And by the way, there was a very alien shot when all of them were in that, the light shined on, and they were all like,
Gino's gonna take them down?
Yeah.
Well, see, we didn't get to that part. Sarah, it's revealed to Sarah by Beth while she's dying that Juno did fuck her husband and, and killed killed Beth, essentially.
Yeah.
There's a great action sequence between the two of them back to back fighting these monster goblin things. She... turns around and sticks that fucking rock poker in her leg and says, fuck you, now you're fucked. Now you're going to have to deal with these things on your own with one good leg, and leaves her, to the wolves. To me, and I visually, I'm thinking this is exactly what the director's going for.
I see what you're going
for. A rebirth.
Yeah.
She went through hell.
She literally went into the blood pit, too.
Yeah, the blood pit and everything. All that kind of culminated in her finding her way back to the light and being reborn, even when she, opens up the thing and breathes. Can I take you higher, Creed? What's your theory, though, bitch?
That's what I'm gonna say. When we get to my theory, and first of all, this movie is a fucking 9 out of 10 for me. I thought it's fucking fantastic.
I'm at a 9.5 because I would give it a perfect fucking score. It's close to it. I mean, it's one of the best fucking horror movies I've ever seen.
Now hear this.
Okay.
There's a line of thinking on the internet, and I tend to agree with it. I think that's what the director's actually going for.
This is the prequel to Lord of the Rings.
It's Cloverfield 4. But no, there's a lot of things that Sarah, she knew her husband was fucking around with that girl, that she blames her for the death of her child, and that she's so mentally broken. Think back to the cabin you were talking about. They show her constantly taking pills. She's seeing shit that's not there. Resents her friends because the one girl says, hey, I'm gonna have all these babies and stuff. If her friends never dragged her out on their stupid fucking adventure trip, anyways, that never would have happened. So she blames her friends for that. And you see the quick shot of her driving when she's driving like mad crazy, and they're like, calm the fuck down.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You see that she's not all there, and then she's also hearing the child in the cave, which is definitely not there. The theory is this: is that the cave things were never fucking there, and that she actually fucking murdered all of them down there in that cave. She fucking killed every single one of them, and this was just her fucking. This is what was going on in her mind.
Created the crawlers.
She
created the crawlers to kill them. Yeah.
Right, and she gave and the crawlers were actually her working through her own shit. Like, she didn't want to kill them, but she did, so she made up reasons why each of them should die, and she actually went in that cave and fucking murdered them.
Well, it's a sexual theory. It's a very sexual theory, and I have a little wood. But it's kind of like the Rugrats theory. Did Angelica just imagine all those children? No, there actually is a theory. No, I'm not shitting with you. There's actually a theory that the whole thing of Rugrats was in Angelica's mind.
I gotta read that.
It's
shit.
fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Good. It's good shit though. But yeah, I can go with that. I know, but when you read it, you're like.
That's the thing. Like, when you think something crazy, you're like, I gotta go to Reddit and see if I'm alone.
Yeah, but
and I wasn't alone.
It just reminds you, like, well, yeah. Imagine if John Nash had that. I think that's what's so cool about this movie is that if The Descent 2 had never come out, and it's been a while since I've seen it. It was okay. It's been a while though.
Well, the original director and writer had nothing to do with
I know.
that.
So The Descent though is one of those movies that you can leave up to whatever imagination you want, because it ends very simply. I mean, it ends with her getting out, but then it's not her getting out. It's her looking at her dead daughter in the middle of the dark, and there is no daylight coming down. So she never got out of the dark, and she's just resigning herself to her death. Or she's done this thing that you're talking about and maybe going to wake up. I don't know. See, that's where it's subjective, and that's why it was so well done and so well put together. And that's what horror movies should be, man. It should be one of those. I love horror movies like that. That when you walk out of the theater, you're like, what the fuck just happened? I had a great time, but I still don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna go have a payday.
Yeah. It's got everything, man. It's a great fucking movie, and that's why it's a 9 for me. It's a 9.5 for you. What do you guys think? That's the question of the day. And now, people say like The Descent 2 is proof that theory is incorrect. But again, the director and the original writer had nothing to do with.
If you imagine it doesn't exist. You say The Descent 2 doesn't exist.
Some people call it a cash grab. Like, I've never seen it, so I'm not gonna say anything. But some people said that was just a cash grab. So I don't know. What is your all's thought? Do you subscribe to the theory, or do you think it actually happened with the goddamn dinosaur poop monsters?
Oh.
But it's a fucking badass movie either way. And Zaro Elke, fuck, I hope I'm saying your name right, dude. Thank you so much.
That was a great choice, man.
We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham opinion. I have to pee so bad.
I do too. No time to search the world, go around. Cause you know where I'll be found, in a fucking cave.
We watched a movie. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.